Hello, welcome to the second session on Irish verbs with Patricia from All About Irish. Martin and I today are looking at the future tense with regular verbs and how to form it. Hope you enjoy the session.
Tuig, fáilte arash. Welcome back. Fáilte arash.
Arash.
An bhfuil tú go maith inniu, Richard. An bhfuil tú go maith.
Ceart go leor, tá go maith, gur magad.
Tú go maith. Richard, or Martin, an bhfuil tú go maith inniu.
Tá mé an tuirseach.
Tuirseach. Go maith.
Tá mé go maith go leor. Tá mé hain go maith.
Go maith, go híntach. Great. Okay, well, you'll wake up now with this, because we're going to look at the future tense. You did great with the present tense last week. So we want to now look at in the exact same way we're going to look at the future tense. So we have to figure out what are the endings we need for the group 1 verbs and the group 2. Let me remind you again, what is a group 1 verb? So group 1 verb is, well, our starting point with the verbs, as I said last week, is the command. You know, giving a command to one person, like saying, Ceisius, sit down. Shasuus, stand up. Bicún, Jane Nishe, do it now. So that's our starting point. Ceannóidh gan rudsin, tá sé go hála, buy that, it's lovely, right? Ceannóidh. So if the command has, if the command has one syllable, it's in group 1. Fan anseo, fan, stay here. Fan anseo. Ná fáganis. Don't leave now. No fáganis. Cuir an sinné, put it there. Cuir an sinné. Okay, so that's the group 1. And then in group 2, Richard, can you remember any commands from group 2? These are the 2-syllable ones.
So these are the ones with E, or so IAGH or IGH at the end.
Exactly, yeah.
So, there was, I think of an example.
Yeah. We have buy something.
Ceannóidh,
exactly. Ceannaigh. Ceannóidh, buy. Ceannóidh. Tá sé go hála. Or you might say tusaigh. Start, tusaigh. Dúisigh, wake up. Dúisigh. Éirigh, get up. Éirigh. So loads of them end in AIGH or IGH. But then there's also 2-syllable ones in here that end in don't end in AIGH or IGH. Have you any examples of those, Martin? Like open the door.
Oscail Doris.
Oscail an Doris. Oscail. Okay, oscail, 2 syllables, right? We have another example. Inish an Éirigh. Tell the truth. Inish. Imir, play. Foghlaim, learn. Foghlaim and nishe, learn it now. Foghlaim, learn it. Foghlaim. So they all have 2 syllables, and they're also in group 2. And then, as I said, there's a tiny few that snuck back into group 1 that actually are 2 syllables. Like, for example, saw wall, save. Tumon, drive. Tashbon, show. Tashbon dome, show it to me. Tashbon. Okay. Right. So now we're gonna come back to group 1, and we need to know what's the ending to turn the command from stay here, fan anseo, to I will stay here. And here's the ending in group 1. It's very simple. Well, it's very simple, but there's 3 versions, and I'm gonna have to kind of guide you through the 3 versions. Fan hame anseo. Fan hame anseo. Well, I'm just kind of saying, right? Fan hame anseo. I will stay here. How would you say, Richard? I will clean the house. Glan.
Glanlaname.
Fan hame anseo. Fan hame anseo. Glan. Glanhame antach. The ending we add is FIDH or
This is the future tense.
This is the future. Yeah, we're saying I will clean the house. I will break it. I will buy. I will, whatever. I will put it there. I will stay here. And here's how we spell that ending for the future: FIDH or FAIDH. Okay. The first thing you'll notice is the F is silent. Okay, F is there, it tells you, oh, it's for the future, F for the future, but we don't say it. The Glanfaidh. Now, Irish is not spoken uniformly across the country. Now, we do write it in a standard way. So this is the standard written version, right? F-I-D-H or F-A-I-D-H. So in Ireland, we can kind of say we have three main dialects. We have up in Ulster Irish, we have Connacht on the west coast, in the middle kind of around Galway, and then down the south we have the Munster dialects in the Kerry area. So this is pronounced, this is one place where the pronunciations are quite different. In Ulster they tend to say Glanfaidh, he, Glanfaidh, Glanfaidh. So it sounds like he, Glanfaidh. In Connacht, it's kind of like, just turns into kind of a lazy Glanfaidh. It's like a Glanfaidh. Okay. And then Munster often, you can kind of hear the ending Glanfaidh a little bit more. Okay. Glanfaidh. But one way we can check how something sounds is by going to this website called aber.ie. Punk is dot, right? You hear me saying punk, aber.ie. Aber means say it, okay? Say. And we listen to this in each of the three dialects. So this is his website. It's a great website, aber.ie. And we have, it gives a representative of each of the three main dialects. So Guidor is in Donegal, so this is kind of representative of the Ulster dialects. Connemara is for representative of Connacht Irish, and then Dingle in Kerry is representative of Munster Irish. So we can slow the speed down or up.
Nice.
Yeah, and we can hear it now. It's computer kind of generated, so it sounds a little bit broken up. So sometimes you might just put one word in and just listen. You'll get the feeling for it, okay? As much as anything else. And by the way, just one more thing. Can you see B or IS? So that's the command, brish, and then you add the ending FIDH. I will break it. Brishama. We have our slender with slender rule. So the last vowel before the S is slender. It's an I. This is why it's FIDH. Whereas glan, the last vowel is a broad vowel, A. This is why it's FAIDH. Glanhama A. Which are the broad vowels, Martin? Do you remember?
A-O-U.
A-O-U, exactly. And then I and D are the slender vowels. So here we have a broad Dúnhame on inniu. Okay, let's hear it. Let's hear it for the Donegal, first of all. I think they say more like he. Brishime. Okay, can you hear it? It's like he, right? Brishime. Glanhime. Okay, let's hear Connemara now. In Connemara, it's more like ha. Brishime. Glanhame.
Brishime glanhame fágame an teach rí dúnaime an inniu.
And you have a bit of variation. So like I wouldn't get stressed about this now, okay? And then Munster, you sometimes hear this ending a little bit more. Okay? Especially in this one, you could hear her saying it. So you can play around with that. It's a nice little website just to throw a few words in and see how they sound and compare them between the three dialects. But definitely these future endings, it is a place where you can kind of spot somebody's dialect if they have a strong dialect. Stop sharing that. So here we are. So let's practice. Let's practice with this one. And another thing you might notice in the future compared to in the present, we keep me separate. Okay, Glanhame. In the present, we pulled me in. Glanamantach. Glanantuantach. Glanamantach. So Glanhame. Bolkame antach egetri.
Glanhame. But does it happen with other tenses? I mean, with other personal pronouns as well? It's just the same form for every.
In Connacht, in the future, we'll keep them all separate. In Connacht Irish. In Munster, for óidh, and I'll show you again, and you can look this up in Tanglen, it's pulled in. Okay, so you can check these again on Tanglen.ie, and you'll see the two variations. All right, let's do a bit of practice then. Cuir is a good command to know because it means put, and it's used in lots and lots of places. You know, it's a useful one to know. Cuir. How would you say, Richard? I will put the money here.
Curham, me, Target and Shaw.
Good. On target, the money.
On target.
Good. Currame on target on shop. Currame on target on shop. Okay. Currame on target on shop. How would you say, the teacher will praise the children, Martin? So mull is praise. Mull.
Mulhe an muncher. Na posti.
Good. Mulhi an múntar na páistí, or mulla an múntar na páistí. Mulhi an múntar na páistí. How would you spell the ending there, by the way? M-O-L?
M-O-L-F-A-I-D-H.
Good, yeah. M-O-L-F-A-I-D-H, exactly. And Cuir me and Sinead. How would you spell the ending there, Martin? C-U-I-R.
C-U-I-R-F-I-D-H.
Good. C-U-I-R-F-I-D-H.
Because it's slender.
Exactly. Richard, how about Rith? Rith is, Rith Walia, run. How would you say, I will run home?
Rihim me Sawalia.
Awalia. Awalia means homewards. That's how we say
Sawalia is at home, isn't it?
You're in the home, yeah. Somalia. Okay. Rith. We need to add an ending there. Rith. What's the ending we're going to add for Richard? Now maybe I've confused things a little bit by kind of giving you so many variations. So my fault. Well, let's go with he, right? Rihi. Rihi me awalia. Rihi me awalia. How would you spell it, Richard? R-I-T-H?
We're going to use the slender form, so the F-I-D-H.
Good. Rihi me awalia, Anish. Rihi me awalia. Éist is listen. Éist. So Martin, I will listen.
Ishti me.
Yeah, éist me. Éist me. And then to music, and we use le as the preposition. It's kind of with, but
Ishti me le ceol.
Éist me le ceol. Tareish na hybra. Come on. Just say, Richard, I will stay in the house at home. So now you're in it, okay? Today. Fan.
So, Fana me Sawalia. Today.
Inniu.
Inniu.
Inniu or inné?
Inniu is today, and inné is yesterday.
All right.
I tell people, if you want a trick to remember that, it's like, if it was a bad day, you'd say, yay, it's over. Inné, okay, it's yesterday. Inné. If it was a bad day. So, fana me sa tach inniu. Fana me sa tach inniu. Or you could say, fan hi me sa tach inniu. Either of those, okay? Perfect. Okay. Fan hi me sa tach inniu. I'll say in the house today. We looked at this one last week. Buail. Buail is hit.
Hit or meet.
Hit, but we have to be careful when we want to mean meet. We have to use it with le. That would be meet, okay? So buail he may marry. Like, don't do that. Right? Or anybody, right? You have to say buail he may le marry. Buail he may le marry. Okay? Buail he may le marry.
Because I was wondering last time we went over a course, one of the assignments. Why would we need le here? But it makes sense now.
No, very important. Totally different meaning. Totally different meaning. Think is a command. Like, that's the command. Understand. Now you don't really ever say it, right? But how would you say I will understand, Richard?
Tiggy me.
Yeah, tiggy me. Tiggy me. I will understand it. Brilliant. Good. So you get that, I think. We'll move on. Well, a good word we need to know for we're talking about the future, obviously, is tomorrow. What's the word for tomorrow?
Amárach.
Yeah, Sinead. Amárach. Amárach. See the A for that? It makes that amárach. What would you say? I will meet you tomorrow. Or I will meet Mary tomorrow, Richard. I will meet Mary tomorrow. I will meet with Mary tomorrow.
Buail le Mary amárach.
Yeah, buail me le Mary amárach, or buail he me le Mary amárach. Buail me le Mary amárach. Okay, so let us move on to the second group. And always in the second group, the ending is going to be longer. So it's very short in the first one, isn't it? Blan he me a, blan me a, blan he, blan me a. So always longer in the second group. And how it sounds in the second group is óidh, óidh, óidh. Any idea how you'd spell that? And we need two versions. We need a slender one and we need a broad one.
Óidh.
How do we write that sound? Oh, can you think of any word with that sound in it? Like kota.
Oh, father.
Yeah. So there's one ending.
That's one in.
Yeah, O for the IGH. So that will cover one. That's a broad start. Now we need one with a slender. There's a very good tip on the screen in front of you, and it's under my name.
Oh, that's an E, Father.
Owen. See my name? Owen. So then we can use
EOIDH.
exactly. So that would be our slender ending. Owen.
Without the father.
Yeah. So the O father makes an O sound, and so does EO. And we have now two endings. One begins with a broad vowel and one begins with a slender vowel, but they sound more or less the same. Okay, OE. Does that make sense, Martin?
Not really, because I'm wondering why the father left. Why the father left the house.
Okay, if I want to make the sound O, I can do it in two ways. In writing, I can write it in two ways. I can write it like O father, or I can write it like O. That also
right, it's like a spelling difference.
Yeah. Yes, two ways to spell that sound, I guess you could say, right?
Makes sense.
Because you look at my name there, it's Owen. That was the clue on the screen in front of you. Okay, come on. So Nish, group a do. Now we're in group 2. So we have the AIGH ones and all of that. So Ceannóidh, Dúisigh, and our ending is going to be óidh. Again with the group 2 Ceannóidh, we have to lop off that ending. We have to drop the AIGH. So now it's just Ceann. What do you say? I will buy. Martin.
Ceannóidh.
Yeah, I Ceannóidh may.
Ceannóidh may.
Ceannóidh may.
Are you saying Ceannóidh may as in it?
Yes.
I will buy it.
Yes.
It's not saying we're not adding.
No, I'm saying Ceannóidh may. I will buy it. Ceannóidh may.
So you can't say Ceannóidh may she.
No, exactly. Yeah. Tá sé an seo, he is here. I hit him. Búlim a. She and a. Tá she an seo.
So one's the subject pronoun and one's the object pronoun.
Yeah. So Ceannóidh may. I will buy it. Ceannóidh may. Let me see. We have Dúisigh. Wake, like wake up. Dúisigh. Again, we have to drop the last part of the word, boosh, and then add our ending. Do you want to try that one, Richard? I will wake.
Dúisigh me.
Yeah, dúisigh me. Dúisigh me. Dúis, óidh. That's our ending. Óidh. Dúisigh me. Dúisigh me. I will wake at 8 o'clock. Richard.
Dúisigh me ag 8 o'clock.
Dúisigh me ag 8 o'clock amárach. Dúisigh me ag 8 o'clock amárach. How about, you might say to somebody, I will kill you, right? So that would be good one to know. Maraigh. That's kill. Maraigh. It ends in AIGH.
Maraigh.
Yeah, so we have to lop off the ending. Now, Mar. How would you say I will kill?
Maraigh me.
Yeah. Maraigh mehu. Maraigh mehu. Stop, Eshen. No, Maraigh mehu. Okay.
Maraigh mehu.
Yeah. And actually, you see, when there's an object there, we can say, instead of two, we say who. Maraigh mehu. Then we would say, Fecky mehu. I will see you. Fecky mehu. Okay. Then, Richard, we have Éirigh. Éirigh is get up. Again, ends in IGH. Éirigh. How would you say I will get up?
Éirigh me.
Good. Éirigh me. Éirigh me. Good lua. Majin amárach. Éirigh me. Inam. I will get up in time. Éirigh me inam. How would you say? Imigh. Imigh is like leave. Imigh. Imalat. That would like go away. Leave. You know. Imalat. Leave. Imigh. IMIGH. So we have to drop the ending. So it becomes im. How would you say I will leave, Martin?
Imóidh me.
Good. Imóidh me. Imóidh me nuair a bhaidh me ré. I will leave when I'm ready. Imóidh me nuair a bhaidh me ré. Good. Now let's look at a few that don't end in AIGH or IGH. For example, Uskil. We'll do the same thing again. We'll just take our command and add the ending, and then we'll crunch out a few vowels, okay? We'll speed it up. So, Richard, how would you say, I will open the door? Uskil.
Osculime and Doris.
Oscail óidh me an doras. Oscail óidh me an doras. The ending is óidh. Óidh. Oscail óidh me an doras. Can we say it quicker?
Osculime and Doris.
Good. Osclóidh me an doras. Osclóidh me an doras. How would you say osclóidh me? Imir is playing, you know, like play sport. Imir. You might say something, you will play well tomorrow. You know, you'll have a good match. You play well. Imir. How would you say you will play, Martin?
Imói tú.
Do it, say it. Yeah, come on. So let's keep the command, the full command, and add the ending, and then see how that sounds first of all. Imir. Imir. Add the ending.
Imói.
Imir. I-M-I-R. Imir óidh. Imir óidh, isn't it?
Imirói.
Yeah. Can we say
Imirói.
that fast? Yeah.
Imrói tú goma
You have
amárach.
it. Yeah. So then we drop that last I. Imrói tú goma amárach. Imrói tú goma amárach. Imrói tú goma amárach. When did I finish? Here's another one. Foghlaim. Foghlaim.
To learn.
Command. It means learn. Now, just because it ends in M, that doesn't mean that this command happens to end in the letter M. Just bear that in mind. How would you say, Richard, I will learn? So we have to take the command and add the ending.
Okay. Follow me.
Almost. What's the command again?
Foghlaim.
Foghlaim. So
Foghlaim.
add the yeah. So take the command and add the ending now.
Foghlaim. Foghlaim.
Foghlameoidh. Foghlameoidh. Foghlameoidh.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, this one catches everybody out without fail because people kind of go, oh, that M is that means me. You know, it's there for me. So Foghlameoidh, we still have to say I. Foghlameoidh. I will learn. Foghlameoidh. 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 Can you see that there?
Yep.
Does that make sense? Yeah. You might say you will learn German. I'm trying to pick a language. What languages have you not got, Richard? What can I put in?
I haven't actually tried Low Saxon, Richard.
I was thinking Irish.
Well, this is not true. We'll say Gearmáinis, German, right? I will learn German. Richard, how would you say that?
Folmani me Gearmáinis.
Good. Foghlameoidh me Gearmáinis. Foghlameoidh me Gearmáinis.
Will it unite or anything?
No, what would I unite there?
I don't know. Maybe it should.
No, nothing yet. No. We'll come to that. Hold your horses. Foghlameoidh me Gearmáinis. I will learn German. Do you know how to say French, Martin? I will learn French.
Frankish.
Frankish. So look at the languages. They end in is. Yeah. I will learn French.
Foghlameoidh me Frankish.
Good. Foghlameoidh me Frankish. Wow. Foghlameoidh me Spanish. Foghlameoidh me Itálish. Foghlameoidh me Gréigish. Foghlameoidh me Síneach. You get the picture. Is, it's the language, right? Not for Irish, it's Gaeilge. In English, it's Béarla, but often they end in is. Foghlameoidh me
Ísiltír.
Foghlameoidh me Ísiltírish. Ísiltírish. You know what Ísiltír on Ísiltír is where you are now, the Netherlands, on Ísiltír. You know what Ísil means?
Low, right?
Yeah. So it's the
low country.
On Ísiltír. Good. Foghlameoidh me Ísiltírish. Good.
We also have a river called Ísil.
Oh yeah. That was through Belgium as well, doesn't it? It's on the border. No?
It's on the eastern border.
Yeah. I think I was near it. Okay. Ísiltír-ish. I've lost my train of thought for 1 second.
Sorry about that.
Oh, no problem. So you were mad to get into the Shehu and the Uru and so on. So let's do that. So when we looked at the little words, I called them the little words last week. Ni, the question to make a sentence negative. We have on to ask a question. When you want to say that, we use go and na. We use the exact same ones in the future tense as we did in the present tense. That's going to make it nice and easy. So, for example, if we said, Glanfaidh an teach amárach, I would clean the house tomorrow. Glanfaidh an teach amárach. How would you say, Martin, I won't clean the house tomorrow. So it's like not clean out the house tomorrow.
Ní glanfaidh mé an teach amárach.
Almost. Now, what does ni do to the next word? It causes a sound change.
Glan.
Yeah. Okay. So
Ní
say that.
glanfaidh.
Yeah.
Ní glanfaidh mé an teach amárach.
Ma ni glanfaidh me an teach amárach. Ni glanfaidh me an teach amárach. Good. Richard, I will close the door. Dúnfha me an doras. Dúnfha me an doras. I won't close the door.
Ní rún mé an doras.
Come on. Ni rúnfha me an doras. Ni rúnfha me an doras. Good. How about shas? Shas means stand. Shas. Look in here. Stand up. Shas suas. Shas suas. See, she is. Sit down and shas suas. I will stand. I will stand up, Martin. First of all.
Shasui?
Would shas be in group 1 or group 2?
Group 1.
Yeah.
Chassis.
Yeah.
Chassis me.
Suas.
Or chassis me.
Chassis me suas. Chassis me. Me. I. Amy fella. Chassis me suas.
Chassis me suas.
Chassis me. And how about I won't stand up?
Ní chassis me suas.
Come on. Ní chassis me suas. Ní chassis me suas. Good. So you can see it's the exact same with ni and it causes a shaving. And then, of course, we want to ask a question. We're going to use on in front. So dúnfha tú an doras. You will close the door. Dúnfha tú an doras. Richard, you will, or will you close the door? On.
And new and two and doras.
Good. An núntha tú an doras. An núntha tú an doras. Or núnhi tú an doras. An núnhi tú an doras. An núnhi tú an doras. An núntha tú an doras. Okay. We've got another command which is a useful one to know. It's ka, which is spend, it's throw, okay, spend time or spend money. How would you say, and it's ka, group 1, definitely group 1, so you one syllable, ka. How would you say I will spend money, Martin?
Caithfidh mé an target.
Yeah, that's I will spend the money. How about I will spend money? Just money.
Caithfidh mé argat.
Good. Caithfidh mé argat. Caithfidh mé argat. I will spend money in the shop.
Caithfidh mé argat é shoppa.
Sa shoppa.
Sa shoppa.
What's is shoppa mean?
To me, it's like in the shop.
Yeah. In a shop is shoppa, but in the shop is sa shoppa.
And what's the difference?
So one's just in a shop, any shop, and the other one's in the shop.
So sa and in is different, but
yeah. So let me see. Is shoppa. Toma is shoppa in it. I'm in a shop. You see it. Toma is shoppa. What shop are you in? I don't know. Just in a shop. A shop. In a shop. Any random shop. And then so Toma sa shoppa. I mean the shop.
The shop. All right.
Yeah. So in English we have in the. In Irish that's one word, and that word is sa. Sa means in the. Tome sa shoppa.
So it's a definite preposition.
Yeah.
In a sense.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, it is, yeah. That's it. Yeah.
Right.
Tome sa shoppa. Tome sa shoppa English. Richard, Rith, R-I-T-H. I will run home.
Rihime awalia.
Good. Rihime awalia. Rihime awalia. Rihime awalia. I won't run home, Richard.
Ni rihime awalia.
Good, yeah. Or is no change. Ni rihime awalia. What about will I run home?
An rihime awalia.
Good. Oh, we like ors. There's no sound changes at all with the or. Okay. An rihime awalia. Ni rihime awalia. An rihitu awalia. Oh yeah. So let me see. Okay, just one or two more commands that I'm going to show you first to explain. Tog. Tog means take. Take. You might say take your time. Tog dam. Tog. Take. He takes. Martin.
Tugan she.
Togan she. You might say he takes his time. Togan she a chojama. Togan she a chojama. He takes his time doing everything. Togan she. He takes everything. Togan she gachrod. And here's another one. Tashbon. Tashbon means show, like show me that, you know. Tashpon dome, tashpon dome, tashpon. And this is one of the ones that has two syllables, but went back into group one. Okay, so how would you say, I will show, first of all. I will show it to you. I will show, Richard. So we have to add the group one ending.
Tashpon me.
Yeah, tashpon good, perfect. Tashpon ditche. There's a bit of a spelling change there, but don't worry about that. Tashpon ditche. So this is where you can see the two syllable ones that have ended up in group one, because the ending is a group one ending. Tashpon ditche. Okay, I want to show you Buail Lower a hashpon Steve. I want to show you a little book. Because you know, we're learning kind of the rules, because I've just so that we can kind of understand the way the way the verbs work in Irish, so we can understand it, and that's great. But just understanding it's never going to be enough. So we're going to need loads of repetition and starting to listen out for it. Starting every time you're reading, you're kind of watching out for it for the next while. So I found a little book on my bookshelf here. Here it is. Can you see this?
It's linniu an Tuig.
Yeah, an Tuig is the couch. This is a story about a cat. I know you like cats, Richard. So this is a little series that was actually in French, first of all, but it's been translated. I translated it actually into Irish, and there's 6 books in the series. But you know, kids' books are obviously a great place to start. So let's look at a page from this book. Let's just look at this and see what kind of verbs we have here. Tugan, would that be the present tense?
Yep.
Yep. There's the A and then ending. Tugan siad, they take, they bring. Tugan siad hig parlus na gutme. They bring me to the cat parlor. So she's been brought to kind of get her nails clipped or something. Chun fawr a chur macrupi, to put an edge on my claws. Tanoi shola a war trasa. There's the mom. The cat is called Mora Trasa. Tanoi shola. What is tanoi? Which group? Like, what is this here? Tanoi shola. Future tense. There we are. So that's the future. If you like, there's the mom. Scoiligi amach me. Let me out. That's a command. He's giving it to more than one person. So it's got this ending. Scoil is like release. Scoiligi, talking to more than one person. Scoiligi amach me. Let me out. August. Tashpon me ditch. Tashpon me. Which, so here we are. Future ending there again. Group 1. A broad ending. Tashpon me ditch. Often you hear that people say spawn me ditch.
Show me, future show.
And I will show you.
I will show you.
I will show you.
Pod a chapim. Okay, ignore that. We didn't really cover this, but what I think.
What I think.
Yeah, capim, I think. So that's present tense. Pulled me in. Capim. When art amárach shop about this
place.
Crazy place. Art amárach. There's a nice word for amárach. And you know, when you've got a person who's kind of crazy, what do we call them in Irish? I mean, Martin, you lived in Ireland, you must know it. Amadon? That's a common enough word that we use in Ireland. Amadon. Oh, he's a right Amadon. Amadon, it's a fool. That's brilliant. You've done plenty there today. We've looked at the future tense. We've got our 2 groups again. The commands in group 1 are the short commands, and we just add he or ha. You can look at the different variations if you go to aber. So fan hame an sha. Foghlaimeoidh inish, I will leave now. Foghlaimeoidh inish. And then we looked at the group 2 endings, and they're longer. Óidh. Ceannóidh me cór nua. Tosóidh me ag obair ag inniu chlog. Chríochnóidh me an obair. I will finish there. Foghlaimoidh me Gearmáinis. An bhliain se hogan. So that's just one more little word we learned for the future, because that's a great one to know. An bhliain se hogan. The year now coming towards us. That means next year, okay? An bhliain se hogan. How would you say next week?
Next week. An seachtain se go hogan.
An tachtain se hogan. An tachtain se hogan. Do you know the word for months, Richard?
Me.
Yeah, and then we say an bhí se hogan. An bhí se hogan. Next month. An bhliain se hogan. An tachtain se hogan. An bhí se hogan. Ceannóidh me cór nua an bhliain se hogan. Yeah, so that's plenty for this week. So if you just kind of practice over those endings, and like I showed you with that book, that kids book, like when you're reading now, just keep watching out for it. Keep watching out for the present and the future, and notice that like ni is going to cause a shevu, an will be causing an uru. Just have to kind of spot these things. And you know, another little tip I find it very good. I say to students to read, you know, if you see the book, read it so you can hear it as well, just to practice. Yeah, Foghlameoidh an inné. Foghlameoidh. So I'm saying we will leave it there. Foghlameoidh an inné. We will leave there it. Foghlameoidh an inné. So slán live. Feiceimeh an tachtain se hugan. I will see you. Oh, there we go again. I will see you. Feiceimeh shiv an tachtain se hugan. Feiceimeh an tachtain se hugan.
Feiceimeh shiv an tachtain se hugan.
An tachtain se hugan.
Tachtain se
hugan. Se hugan. Máisib. Slán go fóil. Slán live. Slán.
I hope you enjoyed that session and you found it useful. And if you want to find out more about Patricia and her course, and also the Michelle Thomas Irish course that she helped produce, then I'll put the links in the description below, as well as the words from the session, so that you can look over and use that information to improve your Irish. I'll also put a link to Martin's channel on YouTube, so that you can find out what he does, raising awareness and helping to promote his language of Tvensk, Low Saxon, and give him a follow and a like too. All the best. Bye-bye.